Today I'll be showing you the best controller settings for aiming that work great with the recent aim assist update. Also, if you're a non-claw controller player, these are the perfect settings for you no matter what FPS you play on. We will start off with the best fast pro sensitivity, then get into my settings, which are straight aimbot.
100? Item 100.
Oh my god, I just headshotted him. Come on, Unreal Gaming, we get Unreal. Let's go. 23 kill win. In today's video, I'll be showing you the best controller settings. First of all, we will be getting into the best pro settings, which is a faster sensitivity, but I will highly recommend them. And then we will be getting into my settings, which are a bit slower, but work really, really well for aiming. And I'm telling you, with these settings, you won't ever miss. For example, I'm already Unreal in ranked reload 0 builds and in ranked reload builds, so I know these settings work great. So let's get into them, shall we? And in today's video, we're going to be trying all of Light's controller settings as well as his display settings. So Light's, for his display settings, he plays on 1720 by 1080. That's his stretch res, and honestly, I kind of like it. I'll show you a tracking clip on it on screen. That's on Light's controller settings. Let me know what you think. And then for his frame rate, he uses unlimited. For brightness, I use my own 136 with Colorblind on 10. And I use medium view distance with the rest on low, meshes on low as well. Into the audio tab, none of this really matters, but you could just copy what you want from here. Going into the game tab, auto run lock zone, I turn this off for controller, and double tap to auto run also off. Toggle sprint I have on, auto open doors on, mantle activation hold jump, and hurdle activation hold forward. In the combat settings, there's nothing really too important in here other than auto pick up weapons. You could turn that on. Preferred item slots, I don't have that on, but I do have auto consumables to the right. That's a good setting to have on. In the building tab, all of these should be on, and auto confirm edit should be set to both. Scrolling down, and make sure all of these are off except to tap to search interact, have that on in the game options. And your FOV is actually kind of important. I have this to the highest, but yeah, you could choose what you want. For replays, make sure all of these settings are off. And sleep mode, turn this to never, activate sleep mode after, turn this never, and then all these off. Rocket racing doesn't really matter. We'll skip over that setting. Into the game UI setting though, the reticle tab is pretty important. Obviously you want your reticle on, but if you use a custom crosshair, then you would turn this off. Have damage numbers to list, reticle damage feedback off, damage number scale to 125, and your HUD scale to 80. And then you could copy all the rest of the options here if you choose so. Going into the touch and motion setting, this is gyro, and gyro is off. Want this all off, especially on controller. Now skipping over the keyboard settings, into the controller settings though, and right now we're getting into Light's controller settings. He's probably one of the best controller players right now that's a content creator, so I'm gonna copy his settings for sure. And honestly, I like them for tracking, but after this, stay till the end because I'll show you my settings right after this. And this is the best fast sensitivity, so Lights uses 4:4 normal speed with a build mode of 2.2 and an edit mode of 2.1. His look horizontal speed is 48. His vertical speed is 46, which is actually pretty good. It's the mid ground between 50 and 40, so it's not too quick, but it is pretty quick for most people. And then his ADS is 1515. It is pretty high, but you could track pretty easy once getting used to it for like a week. I use Control Freak, so this sensitivity is actually not bad for me. No boost ramp time though. Look dampening time on 0.00. And he's on linear with 100% aim assist strength. And his dead zones are 15 and 11. I actually like these settings, and I'll show the tracking on screen. These settings actually work great. Going into my binds, I play on a PlayStation 5 controller, but I'm also non-claw, so if you want to copy these, you can. These are my updated binds. You could also pause the video wherever you need to. Okay, now let's get into my linear settings, and these settings are aimbot, so you're gonna wanna watch till the end. All right, and now into my settings, and I love these settings, probably the best settings I've tried so far, and I'll show you a tracking clip right now on screen of them. They work great. As for look sensitivity, I play on 1 slow because you want your look sensitivity to be slower than your aim sensitivity. That's because up close, you want your pump aim just to be as slow as possible so you could hit those shots. For the aim sensitivity, I play on 7 fast, just so I could track targets that maybe they're impulsing in reload or using a bouncer, then you want to be using this. You could change that by turning the use advanced options off, and then you could change it here. But yeah, we're to be keeping those settings. Into the build mode though, 1.9, and the edit mode also 1.9. For my look horizontal speed, I play on 41, and my boost is 4 and 3 for the vertical. And honestly, these are the best settings for aiming right now. They're not too fast, but they're also not too slow, but they are slower than lights controller settings, which I showed earlier, which also work great. I would say I hit more shots on these up close though, for sure. No boost ramp time though, instant boost while building also off, and for my ADS I use 10-10 with a 2-2 boost, with also no boost ramp time on the ADS. I use 0.4 look dampening time on linear with 100% aim assist strength. And for my dead zones, 10-8, and these settings work great. I'm going to show some tournament gameplay right now.
Get killed the one that was one. Guys, some loot for you. Let's go. Oh, that was intense.